Hola amigos, bien o no, y saludos desde Inglaterra, poco más tarde hoy que yo planeé, pero igual, um, el tema de hoy, cómo podemos aclarar nuestros pensamientos para ayudarnos para utilizar tiempo para practicar un poco con la nueva lengua en las ocasiones que en verdad no tienen mucha energía mental. Ese es el tema de hoy. So, hello again from England. Good evening. A bit later than I usually do the videos today, but busy day. But this really is the point. How do you kind of clear your mind well enough from the events of the day to really focus on practicing a little bit of the language so you can continue that process? Because honestly, if you've had a day like mine today, very busy, and I don't really have a lot of mental energy to focus clearly on that kind of thing. But because I have a few moments spare, on days like these, I go back to reading as a way to practice the language, even if I'm just going back and I'm repeating a book that I've read several times before, because at that point I don't have to think of the words. I can just use the words in the book to keep my mind in contact with the language. And obviously, as we've spoken about, the different ways to do the reading. You can read it aloud to practice your speaking as well. You can just read it in your mind, think about ways to perhaps paraphrase, summarize the key points. You can read it and look at the way the author's written it and think about how you would perhaps change that if you needed to express that in a different sense of time, whether we're talking about the future, the past, the present. So the different ways to use the book depending on your level of energy. But if nothing else, if all you do is just read a piece of the book, I think you'll find, even on a very low level of energy, this will help you to kind of refocus a little bit in the new language just for that short 5-10 minutes, and then you can leave it. Because the key point in this level is to make sure that you've done something. By continuing that daily practice, you haven't stopped. And on days when you have more energy, then again you can expand the focus in the way you do that. So you can generate more dialogues, do lots more practice. You get the idea. But on a day like today, 5-10 minutes of reading, it's probably about all I'm going to manage. But again, because I don't have to think of the words, I just have to take them from the book as they're written, different ways I can use it to practice. So say reading aloud, thinking of summaries, looking for new words, new vocabulary. So if you've had a busy day like me, I recommend maybe trying that, because that way, although your mental energy is a little bit lower, you still get to do some kind of practice, which in the end will add up and will help you progress. So, with that said, déjame saber en los comentarios, como siempre. But for now, we'll say cheerio.